Alright, so you're like me. You got a 48 volt, but you're kind of bored of the power already. It's honestly kind of slow, to be honest with you. For only $500, you can make this bike go 60 miles an hour, which is crazy. It's gonna be a full 72 volt kit. I'm not that link some like sketchy Alibaba, like one of the biggest companies out there that makes a kit for this bike. It's gonna be 72 volt. You're pretty much gonna be able to gap any other single bike on the market. Yo, I hate this bike goes into the park. I've been wanting to make this video for like a whole month, but since you guys last saw this bike, it has some pretty serious upgrades on it. Out of the 3 stages, my bike is currently a stage 2. I don't have the 72 volt kit on it. I want to get your guys' opinion on it first. Pretty much all the upgrades on my bike currently include Pro Taper bars, which if these bars have been on like quite a few of my bikes, but they're currently on this bike. And a brand new, I think it's a Dunlop, I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but this makes like a really big difference. Like all my other tires are like wearing out like super fast, but that tire is like holding like solid. And obviously I have an upgraded controller in there now, so my bike is a stage 2. I'll go over all the stages pretty much like in this video. It looks sick now. There's a lot of companies coming out with bikes that exactly look like this, but the Windone is a little bit more expensive than other bikes, but the reason it is more expensive is because it comes with an upgraded controller. Because I got one of the first RM7s, so I'm not exactly sure what controller mine has. So if you bought this bike, it might not be the same, to be honest with you. I'd probably say it has a decent amount of power now, but it's nothing like crazy like 72 volt I'm gonna talk about later in the video. But I don't know. This thing might actually gap a 110 right now, I'm not sure. I do not have my hand on the brakes though. But overall, it's pretty a fun pit bike for like off-roading. It doesn't have crazy power for wheelies, like you cannot power wheelie this bike, but obviously I can still wheelie it. It's pretty much almost similar drivetrain as Tudio, but it looks way better. You can hit jumps on this thing like a ton. I've already probably talked about this bike a lot before, so it's a lot of just the same information. But the first upgrade I'd recommend if you have a slow bike is downsizing your sprocket. There is one downside to downsizing your sprocket. You're gonna lose some torque. If torque doesn't really bother you and you want to gain like 5 miles an hour of speed, then I would definitely downsize your sprocket. All you're gonna need is a sprocket, a new chain. It's pretty inexpensive to get maybe 5 miles an hour to 10 miles an hour depending on what setup you're running. Stage 2 is upgrading your controller, which you can pretty much do on any stock bike. You're gonna push a little bit more power on your battery and motor, but you have to know the exact tune if you're buying a far driver controller. I'd recommend, if someone else hasn't done it, I would not recommend doing it, because you have to know exactly. You can blow up your motor, you can blow up your battery, you can put a lot of stress on your components and stuff, so it might not be the best thing. You have to really know what you're doing. Overall, you can gain a lot more power out of your stock motor and everything. Alright, but moving on to the long-awaited stage 3. For only $500, which is insane. This only works on 2 bikes right now. You don't want to get the Electronco Tudio 72 volt kit, which is $1,000. And I know you're saying, wait, I said $500, not $1,000. So, this whole kit swaps everything. The motor, the battery, the throttle. It swaps pretty much everything on your bike, pretty much. So what you want to do is you want to sell pretty much the main value on this bike is all that stuff. You're going to want to remove all that stuff and just sell it. Unless you have something you want to swap it into, like a project, like a quad or something. That'd be pretty cool. I believe the Electronco Tudio kit, 72 volt kit, is about $1,000, which you can swap into this, because this is pretty much all a Tudio drivetrain. Like the whole thing is a Tudio drivetrain. My only concern is this motor wire is pretty long, but you can pretty much, I believe the RTR controller is like way smaller, so you can swap it like anywhere. Aside from that, that's my method of getting a 72 volt kit for this bike, but I'll make this bike go crazy. Yo. Nah.
It's goody.
I was just recording. Nah, too much dirt.
Right.
You got used to them?
Yeah.
Pop it up. Work on the Red Star. Oh. Bro, his Red Star needs a whole makeover. It's kind of clapped right now, but he's just been like practicing at work. But to be honest with you, this is pretty much a method of the 72 volt kit on this bike. This is obviously probably gonna be like a way shorter video, but obviously didn't want to bore you guys. I wanted to get straight to the but this is pretty much the method for a 72 volt. What do you guys think of this bike? Should I get the 72 volt kit for it?
Alright, so if you want to know the method for the to get the 72 volt, subscribe to the Patreon, $10 a month.
And you get the method.
Yeah, then you can get the method. If you want to like buy the bike, they could. Yeah.
You pretty much use my code for any bike I have.
Yeah.
And it'll save you a lot of money.
Don't put that in the video. We're not getting
I don't want to get canceled again. I know I didn't really ride this bike this much, but I want to make a whole video on like going somewhere and riding it, because low-key, the reason I haven't been riding this bike is because I kind of explored this whole area around here, so it's kind of boring, not to lie. But I want to like take me and my friend, I want to like go somewhere reasonably cool. Somewhere cool and new to ride, I don't know. Or maybe just find some new spots around here. I think I have a new spot to go to. But I can't lie, this bike actually has a decent amount of power now. I'm really not used to like wheeling on knobby tires, so I can wheelie pretty easy on the grass and knobby tires, but like as soon as it comes to a road, it just kind of leans a lot. Yeah, but we're gonna go ride this bike. We're gonna go explore a little bit. You know, not for too long. Oh my God, I almost died. See if there's any water down here. Nah. Yo, even though this bike isn't like terribly fast, it's still like... Is there any like jumps over here? Yo, I've never like rode over here. I don't know. It's pretty sick over here though. It seems like a lot of people come back here though. Yeah, this thing pretty much like, yeah, this thing like, I'd probably say this thing rivals a 110 basically. Yo, this is so fun. This is like an electric version of a 110 basically. I can't lie, this thing is sick. Like, I don't know. I think a 110 might be like have a little bit more top speed but this is pretty much electric. It has no gears, no shifting. The one thing I have to say, like right now with the 48 volt, the power is not crazy. I guess there is some pretty good trails in here. It was doing pretty good. But I do not think a 110 would make it through this steep of a sand. I don't know. If you have a 110, let me know. Ooh, I can't lie, these look pretty good. But I can't lie, that's pretty fun right here. Alright, I'm gonna hit this one more time. But this thing is sliding through all the sand. Alright, alright. It's a pretty decent jump.